Okay, so this is going to be a commentary over the top of my No FCS PB 24, 23, sorry, 43, because I'm too lazy to make a full tutorial. So yeah, this is what you get. So let's just start it right away. It's not much to say immediately. Um, this whole route is all about getting 240 orbs in hub 1. So you notice I grab all the ones, the easy ones on the way, the first cell. Guys is pretty much the same as in every other category, really, or other ones where you don't have to collect all of the orbs. But we do collect quite a few of the fast ones in Geyser and in other levels as well. So we're going to try and grab all of these ones as well. Again, if you miss any like individual orbs, it's not a big deal. We don't go and grab those on the bridge there. They're just slow. You can make up for any missed orbs later in the route. It kind of just comes with practice and knowing like backups for orbs, really. We don't grab any of those ones to the left and the right. They're just slow. Get all of these ones though. And at the end of Geyser, I'm always aiming for 34 orbs, 3-4 orbs. If you get a few less than that, it's still fine. You can always make up for it. But you don't want to be like below 30 because then you're just missing probably quite fast orbs that you could be grabbing here. So I'm gonna just skip through this because boring cutscene, no one cares. Bish bash bosh. So straight on out, same as this up, we're gonna go grab 2 scout flies, which is pretty normal. But then we're gonna head to Sentinel, which you don't do in all that many categories nowadays. And you don't need to grab any of these orbs because we grabbed them on the way out of Sentinel. But I grabbed one. I didn't do that on purpose. Just missed aimed my roll jump. But yeah, if you grab any of those, you need to remember that because it's going to affect your orb count. If you like to keep track of your orbs a lot. So we grab these. They're not the fastest orbs, but they are far from the slowest, so pretty sure it's worth it. If you're lucky, you can get one of the cannon shots might blow up a crate here. It's only worth grabbing the orbs if the cannon blows up the crate before you get there and it has 6 in them. Any of the crates with less than 6, it's just not worth it. Not worth your time. Unless you like seriously struggle to keep up with the orb route. Yeah, I'm just gonna op the Pelican, the cannon shot. Don't shoot any of the crates because they're all slow as hell. Again, unless you need them desperately. Couple of boosteds here. Just take your time with these. I rush them because I've played this way too many times. Drop down here. And that roll jump is a bit... let me just go back. So you punch down here. Sometimes you can land without taking damage. It doesn't really make much difference. You just jump out of the water onto this stretch of sand. I took damage here, but you see I did a full damage cancel. And then you do a little hop. And then you do a water roll jump on this bit of land. And this is actually quite annoying to do, to be honest. So if you struggle with that, like, don't worry about it. Grab all of those orbs. Grab the cell. And then I do a punch roll jump here. Some people just do a roll jump. I find the punch to be better. But do what you want. Grab those 4 orbs, some water hops here. Now here, we're going to do like a roll jump, high jump off this rock, as you will see. And then a spin. If you struggle with this, just get as close to the rock as you can. It's pretty much impossible to bonk from roll jumping into the wall here. One of the few places in this game where it's almost impossible to do so. So you can get really close, roll jump into it, and then high jump, delayed spin, and a few well-spaced roll jumps and maybe a punch will get you up here with a roll jump, high jump. Now, if you are fast enough, as you will see here, you can grab these orbs with blue eco, but it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. So, again, if you don't get that, don't worry. It's harder than it looks. Then we grab the Scout Fly and check your health. Actually, no, don't check your health. Well, if you want to do that boosted, you don't need to check your health, but it's quite common for people to, instead of doing a boosted here, like just punch off and take damage. So you need to be aware if you're on 1 health that you can't do that, obviously. Get up here, grab Scout Fly. Obviously, scare the birds before you do that. Scare the birds again. If the birds aren't there, just go up and grab the cell. Don't wait for them, because hopefully they should land by the time you've grabbed the cell. And then we're going to head across to the third sentinel here, scare the birds again, and head over to this spinning platform cog thing before the cutscene ends. You can get onto the platforms before the cutscene starts. Kind of just depends how good or bad your birds are and your movement. I got really good birds, so it's kind of hard to get on the platform if you have really good birds. And then this roll jump, high jump here, feel free to not do this if you struggle with it. It doesn't take long to just go around here and jump up the way you're supposed to. But the key to this is if you've done no LTS or any category where you do backward cell in Mountain Pass, it's a similar idea where you use the jack spin attack to ride up the wall. So you need to high jump. You can do this with a ground pound or a standing high jump, or I just do a roll jump high jump because it's faster. But you do the high jump to the to the left, and then spin and hold forward like up. You need to stay away from this ledge, otherwise Jack will bonk his head on it and you won't get up. You stay to the left and then spin and then sort of curve back onto the ledge. It doesn't really look like that when I do it because the hitbox of the wall it's further out than you think. So it looks like I'm just spinning on air, but I'm actually riding up the wall there. And then that's just green eco cloggers done quick. Couple of cells. Get through this. And we're not going to get Flut because that's slow. Used to be in the old route, but not anymore. We replaced that cell with a second Oracle cell. So just grab all that eco and the Scout Flies. Come down to this cell, and then it can be kind of tricky to grab these orbs quickly, but there are 10 of them, so they're pretty good. And this, I would advise when you're beginning, do not do this roll jump strat, this roll jump high jump. It's very hard to consistently get a proper standpoint on this rock and get up here like that. What instead you might want to do is do some different movement and then do a ground pound high jump, maybe off the sand, then ledge grab, and then go up. That barely loses any time, and it's a lot more consistent. I mean, it's practically impossible to fail that. So, yeah. And again, if you're fast enough, you should have eco for all of those orbs and the scalp fly. Saves a bunch of time. Then after Sentinel, we just save load out. Now, orb count wise, actually, let's have a look. Let's show it here. Yeah, so you see I have 106. Now, 106 is what I aim for. However, I did grab an extra one going into Sentinel. So really, I should be at 107. So that means I missed one orb in Sentinel somewhere that I usually go for. Oh no, okay, never mind. I was actually at 107. There you go. I just paused too early. 107. So that's what I aim for 106, but I grabbed an extra one going into beach. Again, if you're not at 106, doesn't matter. There's plenty of places you can make up for that. So this is what I was talking about. You grab all these orbs on the way out, so you don't need to worry about doing it on the way into Sentinel. Then we go over, get this orb vent. So now that all the orb route weirdness is over with, I actually have a consistent orb count I can look at here, which is 127. 126 is also fine for me personally. And if you're like above 120, I'd say you're fine still. You can still make up for that with other orbs in jungle. Grab that scout fly with blue eco. Careful to punch around the farmer, not slap him in the face. And if you're really trying to optimize this, you need to pay attention to which orbs you grab on the way in. So now I know that there are 2 orbs sitting outside jungle right here, because I always grab 3 and leave 2. Yeah. But you only need to worry about this specific stuff if you're really trying to optimize it. And it's same with these 2 orbs. There's no point grabbing them now because you're just going to get them on the way out. So there's no point going out of your way at all for those. Here you can grab those 2 extra ones on the right if you really need them, same as those on the left. That's a tricky roll jump, high jump there. It's you just need to practice this if you wanna get it. It doesn't save a whole lot of time, but I find aiming a little bit to the right into this tree thing, it sort of blocks Jack from falling in the river. Can help you with the roll jump, high jump. Also, I guess my cursor was on screen, maybe. Whatever. So again, we're grabbing orbs that are in the way, but we're really not deviating too much. Now here, I'm going to punch into the water because that's a cluster of like 6 orbs. It's definitely worth it. It takes like no time at all. Same with the orbs on the other side here. And the ones there. Excuse me. Grab all the eco there. Make our way up to this cell. Get that. Come back down. Avoid that lurker, he's sometimes in the way. Now, if you're fast enough, you should be able to grab that fly with blue eco. And all the orbs as well. Grab that fly, grab these 2 orbs. And that is you done with the first bit of jungle. Now, I forget what, I guess we'll see. I think it's 161 is my orb count going into this. See if I pull up the HUD. I didn't. Terrible gamer. I believe I'm at 161 right now. I think that's what I aim for. We'll see in a second. Again, mid 150s, you're still fine easily. Yeah, I was at 151, 161. So getting all of these orbs. Some of those ones you could probably substitute if you wanted to go for something easier. They definitely are fast though. Swag uppercut. Now, if you are really under-orbed at this point, you see I'm at what, 185? If you are like 10 behind that, you could go to the right here and up this way and grab the other jump pad. It's not very quick though, so obviously I'm not going to be doing it. Oh, what have I done? Wow. I pressed the button. Now we've got an ad. Amazing. No, thank you. What is this? Ratchet and Clank 2 speedrun world record history. Interesting. I might watch that later actually. Right, anyway, where were we? Yes, professional. Right, so anyway, you get to this point. If you need them, you can go to the right, grab the other pad. I don't, it's slow. But I do grab this pad because it's on the way. 10 orbs there. So 197 is what I'm at there. Now, we'll do plant boss here. Go for bite skip, fast bite, whatever you call it. Just skip through this fight. It's pretty self-explanatory. And right here, it's technically faster to take damage on this spike to grab the eco faster, but I would advise you don't do this because it's very easy to die at the end of this jungle split. And at this point, you're on 2 health, or you probably are on 2 health. And so if you take damage, you'll be on 1 health. And you're saving like half a second at most. And you're risking pretty much you're dying and losing, you know, upward more than 20 seconds, I would say. So I just wait, and it really loses barely any time. Uh, and it's just way more consistent. I hate dying on this split, so and you can do a roll jump out of this, like off this top bit here, but some people do that. I don't like it, so I just do a two little jumps and a ground pound. You grab these orbs, and you can, if I was decent enough, I would have gotten up to this platform here and done a punch downwards like that. You can punch past this scout fly and punch downwards. But as you can see there, I failed drastically, so I had to go back for it. And as you see there, I took damage from the frog. So if I'd been on 1 health, I would have killed my run right there. And this is actually a really good pace. If you look at the splits, this is like ridiculously good pace. So yeah. And also these lurkers can easily damage you as well. So yeah, now how many orbs are we at? Is it like, was that 211? No, 231? Yeah, 231. See there, I'm at 231. You want to be at, but this is, by this point, you kind of need to have sorted your orbs out. There's not really that many backups left. If you're at 200, and it all depends how many orbs you grabbed on the way into jungle. There are going to be 10 orbs between me and the Oracle. So I know that as long as I'm at 230, I'm fine. And I'm at 231, so I've got one extra. So you see I got 2 here, and there was the 2 more I deliberately left at the start, and I'm going to skip one of them. And then there are 6 on these 2 pillars on the way. Now, if you are ever so slightly under-orbed here, I'm going to skip through Oracle because it's just by both his cells. Nothing special about that. Went a bit too far. Grab this scout fly. Now, if you are under-orbed, instead of going to Oracle first, you can come up here first and grab these 3 orbs plus the scout fly. But it's not a great idea, so obviously try and avoid having to do that. So yeah, now we're done with orbs. You know, once we bought those 2 Oracle cells, we don't care about them anymore. We also don't care about cells. We got 20 cells. We're at Fire Canyon. Kira's same words. And yeah, now comes the fun part of this run. So going through Fire Canyon, it's not really much to say. Don't take damage if you're gonna do so. I should say there are 2 routes. One of which does Lava Walk. The other one does Idle Deload. If you're gonna do Lava Walk, don't take damage in Fire Canyon. It's not the end of the world, but it just does waste time because you're gonna have to die to get the health back. If you're so these two health crates here, if you're doing Lava Walk, you want to grab these. It only gives you 4 health, but you know it will help you out in farming health later on. If you're doing deload, you don't have to worry at all about any of this. You know, you can be on 1 health at the end of this, it wouldn't matter. So yeah, don't die, get to the end. Now, because I'm doing Lava Walk in this run, I'm going to start farming health. But if you were doing deload, you would go to this ledge and do a boosted across, or you could go out here and do a boosted because it's safer, whatever you want to do. But because I need the health, I'm going to go grab this health in here. You should be at, I think, 13 here. You want to break all of these barrels at the same time. The way health works in this game, health crates, breaking multiple boxes at the same time, for some reason, gives you more health. So, you know, punching all of these at the same time should net you 13. If you grab the 4 in Fire Canyon, spin both of these at the same time, should be at 18. And then right here, you need to pause for a second or for a split second. Just you're gonna see here, I don't immediately punch through these, and it's not just to line up the punch. It's it's just to delay on purpose. The other very weird thing about health crates is that some health crates, i.e. these ones, these barrels, if you punch through them too quickly, you won't get as much health. Don't know why, don't ask. It's just a thing. So you should be at 28. 28 is the magic number. And in fact, actually, I definitely should have mentioned this. If you're doing lava walk, or even if you're just doing deload, in fact, there is a very important thing to mention, which is right here in Fire Canyon. You may know of a way, may know that you can drive through this gap, and it's a little shortcut to cut the corner a little bit. In No FCS, you can't do that, because for some reason, driving between this stack of crates and the wall messes with some variables in the game's memory or whatever, and the health drops for the rest of the run will be lowered. You'll get less health out of each box for some reason. Again, I have no idea why. I don't think anybody knows why that happens, but it is a thing. So don't cut that corner. Anyway, back to where we were. Sorry for the doing that out of order, but I just forgot. So again, 13 health, then 18 after these two. And then pause for a split second and then punch. You need to make sure you punch all of them in one go. If you wait too long, then you'll be at 32 here, which it's not exactly a bad thing. It just means you have extra, but you did waste a little bit of time. If you're not at 28, if you're at less, then just go grab some of these barrels here. Not a big deal. But as soon as you're at 28, you should be fine. Make your way over to Claw. Obviously, if you're doing deload, you won't grab any of this health, because there's no point. Boulder skip. Claw disappears like a Chad. So if you're doing deload, you watch this cutscene and then you'd go to Boggy and do a deload where you die. So that's why there's no point gathering health, because you're just going to lose it again. But if you're doing Lava Walk, then yeah, look no further. Obviously, goes without saying, don't take damage on the boulders. So yeah, Lava Walk, easy peasy, 100% consistent, never fails, definitely. You can double jump spin up the middle of this, but it's a lot safer to go either on the right hand side or the left hand side, depending on where claw is. You want to avoid claw best you can. Yeah, and if you're too slow, you'll get a really bad camera in Mountain Pass. The camera will freak out for the whole drive. So if you're gonna get that camera, and you're not really gonna know until you just try this a bunch and you see how fast you have to go. I went easily fast enough there. I was fine. But if you're too slow, you're gonna need to grab the checkpoint, which is it's around here. You just come up onto the grass, maybe you zoom into goggles and back out again, and then turn around and die in the lava. It's gonna wait. That means you are gonna have to go to Spider Cave, but it gets rid of the bad camera. And there's only one person who's ever done Mountain Pass with the bad camera in runs. So unless you are that person, you're gonna have to just do that if you're too slow. Now, if you're not too slow, then as you'll see, the camera's shaking a little bit, but I'm not gonna get any kind of weird camera, so I'm fine. Also, if you burn, I should say, if you burn on Lava Walk, so if you took any damage on Lava Walk whatsoever, but you still got it, you should turn around, get the checkpoint for the end of the start of the race, and turn around and die to put yourself at 3 health. Yeah, so that you can farm health in Mountain Pass still. So I started here at the Mountain Pass at 28. See, I'm gonna grab all of these crates. Can't miss any of them if you're at 28 at the start. Otherwise, you're gonna have to go to Spider Cave. Yeah, you don't need to slow down anywhere. Just grab all the blue eco that I do. Here actually you might want to tap square so that you don't overshoot these crates. It's if you go as fast as possible, you could overshoot them. Definitely don't jump on this ramp. Here, don't jump. Just drive straight off. If you've got all the blue eco that I do, then you might overshoot. So just tap square momentarily. Grab those four. We zoom in. Now, people have different methods for slowing down at the end of Mountain Pass. I don't remember where I got mine from. I think I stole it from somebody. I just don't remember who. Uh, but right here, I jump. And just after jumping, I hold square, and I keep holding square this whole time until about here. So a little bit before this stack of dynamite. If you want to be safe, you wait until you get to the dynamite level with it, and then let go of square. And then I see I let go of square, ram into this guy, and then there are these last two health crates that you want to grab as well. Should be at 50. So now we're at 4 health, and we can do LTS without having to farm any more health. Now, if you did deload, you'll probably be at, I think it's 20. Is it 24? I think 24 health, small health. So you obviously have to go to Spider Cave here, over this way, and farm a little bit more, and then make your way. That boosted's not worth doing if you're new, definitely. It's just none of this tricky movement is worth doing. You're just going to lose runs. Any death here will cost you, you know, over a minute, maybe close to 2 minutes, so it's not worth it. Only if you're going for a real top time should you be doing like these boosteds. And even then, you could argue it's not even worth it. I even went for a boosted there, which is just ridiculous doing that. There's no point. Don't know why I bothered. So yeah, then this is Rocket. I'm not going to go over Rocket. The trick sucks. Look into people have made setups for it and guides and that, so go look for them. I got it third try, which is third try is decent. I was hoping for better than third try, but that's definitely not bad. It's about average for Rocket, honestly, for the top times. So we're gonna wait 30 seconds for the idle animation. Roll back, zoom in to that corner. So there are several ways of getting a volcanic crater checkpoint here, but this is definitely the fastest. Roll jumping into that corner. Obviously, you don't want to go too far because you'll go back in bounds. Go in so you can't see Jack. Zoom in and out of goggles. Come back. Now, briefly again, the way I do bypass is I stand here next to this patch on the floor. I stand here. You don't want to stand right on the edge because you'll get a boosted, and you're gonna die if you get boosted, 100%. So you want to stand a little bit back from the edge by this patch. I turn my camera until this bit of this texture is very is about as thin as possible, roughly. You know, like that. You see, it's paper thin. This bit here, this wall. And once I get the camera lined up like that, standing there, I then walk off and do an extended, like so, and then turn the camera. You don't need to turn your camera until after you've pressed circle, or like I should say maybe you go square X, and then after X you start turning your camera as you press circle. Really not that precise. Now here, you can do a boosted off of this bit. You can boost it off of this pillar over to this patch of over to this cold spot, but I don't even know if it saves time, and I don't know why you would risk doing that. Doing this movement that I'm do here is perfectly quick, and it's way more safe in my opinion. Just a punch down and then a roll jump. And then this is just LTS. Not going to touch on this that much. don't do that boosted. I failed it, but as you can see, I managed to catch myself. A lot of the time that won't happen though. That'll just be run over. So I got kind of fortunate there. Although I do it in a way that allows me to catch it most of the time. And then Scalp Fly boosted. You know, again, plenty of videos on this. Do that. Where I'm standing here, this is about the furthest away you can stand. You want to stand near to this rock. People say that you need to have his feet inside the rock, but that's not true. Where I'm standing will work, obviously, because you know this PBs, so it obviously worked. I think I actually do I turn the camera here? Maybe? Do I turn the camera to have a look at it? Yes. Okay, a little bit. You can see, basically, I always aim for Jack to be at least halfway between this rock and this one. So sort of, you know, around here, his front foot around here. Any further back from there, and it might not work. So, you know, if you want to be safe, you can dip his toe just in the rock, and that will definitely work. But be warned that you take damage if you touch this area around here. You know, any further around here, and you're going to take damage. So, yeah. Then obviously, wait for 27.5 seconds, pause buffer, wait for the twitch, die, unpause, lava tube skip, done. The oranges really quickly because I'm a god. I actually should probably say the way I do oranges in this category, it depends on the category how you should do oranges. But here, I hop over this vent so I don't get caught on it, and I hop again so that you don't get caught on the sort of the lip of this room that I just went over down here. And immediately you want to be shooting, and you shoot to the right hand side to try and snag some of these ones and some of this one that's about to go past you, and possibly this one as well. And as you come around, you're hoping to hit this one. You might not hit it, but that's the aim. And then so you see by this time, I've already hit all the ones on the right hand side. So I can just turn to the left and snag these last two on my way out. And that's pretty much an ideal oranges in this category, I would say. In other categories where you come in with blue eco, it's a little bit different. But any category where you do LTS, that's how I would do oranges. So yeah, it's just driving through lava tube from here on out. There's nothing really going on here. Just don't die, don't overheat. Watch your lines, the lines you take. Use yellow eco to blow stuff up. Clear a path. Grab the cell. That's lava tube done. Now do I go for a roll jump here? Let's see. Balls of steel. Doing that roll jump is, again, unless you're going for a top time, don't do that roll jump. It looked like I landed way away from the portal, but you can land on the button very easily. Ideally, you want to land sort of here, right next to it, but it happens fairly often that you land on the button, which again is as long as you pause buffer, it doesn't matter if you land on the button. But if you fail a pause buffer and you land on the button, then obviously you're gonna have to watch a cutscene. So I would advise you just do 2 punches, then cutscene skip, bonk on Kira for good luck. Pause buffer while in midair, ledgeless. Oh, what is going on? What was that? No idea. Anyway, Citadel skip. You've all seen it before. Roll jump onto the button, and that's us onto the final boss. And there's not really much to say about final boss, so I'm just gonna skip through it. I guess I could say this death warp. I think I do it reasonably quickly. So you may see you jump on this platform, the camera follows it, and then at some point, a couple of seconds after you jump on it, the camera will sort of change angle a little bit right here. There. Okay, I was a bit early, but you see the camera changes angle right here. And what I do is I wait for that camera change, and then wait 1 second, and then walk off and punch. I don't punch off immediately, I walk to the edge and then punch. And that's how I time my death warps. And also, the whole time you are falling, make sure you hold forward towards the boss arena. Shoot the eye, jump, avoid the cutscene. Do I go for 1 frames? Yes, and I failed them. Not surprising, really. Oh, right here. So you see, I had to do a jump blindly here. If this camera angle happens to you, just double tap triangle. Double tap triangle right here will fix your camera angle, and have you looking at the robot. If you need the robot for a visual cue, I didn't know about this at the time. That's why I'm just doing this jump blindly with audio cues. But yeah, now you know. Little unlisted strat. It's not very often you get a bad camera there, but if you ever do, now you know what to do about it. Red ring phase. Do I get the last 1 frame? Yes, I do. Most important one. Blah, blah, blah. Last phase, destroy the arm. Celebrate. Watch Daxter talk. Light eco. And obviously, probably don't roll jump to the light eco. Not really worth the risk unless you're going again for a top time. But again, you know, do what you want. 23:43, no FCS, done. This was exceptionally professional. I hope you enjoyed and found it somewhat informative. If not, then, well, shit.